Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rockin for God with Lisa Marie Nicole. And today is a special episode I got for you guys. I know I usually don't do my shows on a Thursday, but I have a really good show for you guys tonight. And I just want to remind you real quick that I have two shows this week, not Sunday. Tonight, I have Thursday and Monday, which will be the same time. As far as I know, it'll be about 4 o'clock. We might, if we do it a little bit earlier, I will let everybody know. If we decide to move it up to like 3 or 3:30, I'll let everybody know that. Real quick, I just want to let everybody know my new song, Jesus Infinite Love, is released, and you can get it on all streaming sites. And don't forget my podcast next weekend, which is my 2-year anniversary celebration. And I'll talk about that during the week. So now I'm going to bring on the founder and CEO of the Four Persons is John Benko. He is live from Fatima.
Hi,
Hey,
Lisa.
John.
How you doing?
Good. How are
Um,
you?
it's been an amazing couple of days. Uh, I don't even know where to start to let you know I had it built up in my mind that this was going to be an incredible place and an incredible experience, but it passed my wildest imagination. It's been so incredible.
And where are you right now?
So right now I am standing. Well, let me see if I can flip my camera
I hear
around.
bells. Is that bells ringing in the background?
Yes, and the at the basilica.
Oh, cool.
Okay, can you see now?
Yeah. You're pretty far
Okay,
away, but I could see it. I hope everybody
uh,
could see that.
I am. So this area that I'm standing in, this parking lot that I'm standing in, is just massive, and I mean it's got to be a quarter of a mile from the bottom to the top of it. It's just massive, and probably a football field wide. And this is the field that 70,000 people gathered in. Um, and on October 13th, which is coming up on a Monday, a few weeks from now, will be the anniversary of that day. Um, there'll be upwards of 500,000 people that will fit in this parking area. So so you're looking at the basilica. This is the old basilica.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to turn the camera. Okay. And actually, I'm turning left, but it looks like it's turning right on the camera. But do you see this pavilion? And I showed Lisa this before the show where the pavilion is.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look like the fourth panel from the left in the second row, I don't know if you can see it or not.
It's too far, John. I wish you could get
Okay.
closer.
All right. Yeah, I wish I could too. But you could see, I don't know if you can see the people are already starting to fill in.
Yeah, I could
This,
see
this,
people.
this whole area will fill up with people. But this area down here, this pavilion down here, there is a statue of Our Lady on top of a column, and the statue is in a glass case. And I showed you a close up of it, or at
Hmm.
least as close as I could get to it. That is the exact place where Our Lady appeared to the three children. Okay, at least for the 5 of the 6 appearances. Okay, so what I'd
Okay.
like to do is I'd like to start from the beginning. Uh, for anybody that doesn't know about Fatima, uh, it's the biggest miracle of probably since the parting of the Red Sea, the biggest public miracle. And you can see more people walking by. 70,000 people looked up here where I'm pointing in the sky. And when I was there earlier, I sent you a picture. When I was there earlier, you could see the sun right there. And they were standing down in this area, down in this pavilion. This is what's known as the Cova de Ria. And basically it was green pasture. It was green pasture, it was fields. And these three children were out tending their sheep. when they saw a flash of light and the lady appeared on top of a home oak tree. And on October 13th, she performed the miracle in front of 70,000 people. 70,000 people witnessed it. Well, the story actually starts in 2016 because these three children had three appearances from angels, from the angel of Portugal. And I guess they were too young to understand that it's not normal to have appearances from angels.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't really talk about it. They didn't really discuss it. Um, and so coming to Fatima, the first place we started was in the village of Alstruel, which is about a 30-minute walk from here. And that's where the three children grew up. And I've been in their homes. In the home of Francisco and Jacinto were brothers. They lived in one home. And then right down the street was Lucia's home. I've been in their home. I touched your rosary to their homes. Um,
Awesome.
and and that's where they grew up. So it's about a 30-minute walk from there to here, down to the Cova. And they would do that walk every day. And it's not 30 minutes straight line walk, Lisa. It's up and down hills. It's through woods. It's not an easy walk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They would do that every day. Now they were 7 years old, 9 years old, and 10 years old. All right. You know, today's parents, you can't let your kid out of earshot, with the environment that we're in. And these pre preteen kids were, going a half hour walk away to tend the sheep down at the cova. Okay. Well, what they've done, Lisa, is that route that they walked every day, they've converted it into a paved stone walkway. So you can walk this route that they took, and they put all 14 stations of the cross on it.
Wow.
So you're literally walking up and down through the woods, up and down hills, and sometimes steep hills. And it takes you about half an hour, and you complete the stations of the cross. And then at the end of the stations of the cross, they have this little chapel. And on top of this chapel, they have a life size replica of Calvary. And that is just the neatest thing. So my experience here was going to Astruel first and experiencing that. Then when we came to Fatima, as we were on the way to Fatima, the tour director let us know that six of our people, six members of our group, would be part of the entourage to carry Our Lady. Now, it comes out from the sacristy, which is back here, way down there, comes out that pathway and all the way around, all the way up there, by the basilica, from one side to the other, all the way around, and then comes back down. And it's like literally, I would say it took 45 minutes to an hour to complete this. And there were like four legs, and it's like six people carried this at one time. It's almost like carrying the Ark of the Covenant, which, that's what Mary is. She's the
That's
modern day
right.
Ark of the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
But what would happen is the the first group would be switched out by the second group. They would make the call, and then you would run up and grab the bar, and they would pull the previous guy off, and it was just a seamless handoff. And there were four there were four sequences in the whole procession, and I was in the third of the fourth sequence, and I had the front left position. And that was just, I mean, they took us to the sacristy, they put us in white robes, and I can't describe, Lisa, what that experience was like. I'm literally carrying
I can't imagine.
Our Lady through this massive throng of people, a sea of candles, and the singing. It sounded like choirs of angels. all the crowd was singing, the Ave Maria.
Wow.
The whole. It was just. It's difficult to put into perspective. So today we came back and we did the full tour. We walked down there in the basilica, and inside the basilica we saw the tombs of Francisco, Jacinta, and Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
Then all the way over on this other side, on the opposite side, is a new basilica that they're building to deal with the overflux of the crowds. And then over here on this side is the museum. And we went into the museum and they had some of the most incredible artifacts from popes that have visited here, and just everything else. And one of the things that they had in there is they had a cross with a smaller cross in the center of it, and this little tiny cross in the center of that cross. And that little tiny cross was made with two pieces of wood from the actual cross.
Wow.
So I got to look at on two pieces of wood from the actual cross of Christ, and I witnessed the rosary procession. In fact, they're going to be starting the rosary here shortly again, and that's why you see down there. As a matter of fact, in a little while, I'm going to actually walk closer, but I need the audience to understand that once I do that, I have to be quiet. I can't talk. In fact, you've already witnessed me getting
Mhm.
chased away once. So
John,
it's yeah.
I just want to, real quick, I want to interrupt. I have the pictures that you sent me. I just uploaded them. So
Uh-huh.
can I show the audience real quick what you
Yeah.
see?
Yes.
All right. This is
Absolutely.
the one, this is the one you sent me of her. Can you see it?
Hold
In
on.
the
I'm
glass.
not.
She's in, oh, I read, that's right. You're turned the other way. This is the one you sent me of her in the glass case.
Yes.
So
If it's showing on the screen, that's fine. I can't see it, but
yeah, okay, because you're backwards, so you're the other way. Yeah,
yeah,
this
just
is
to
the one
just
you
describe
showed
to
me.
the audience. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one you showed me of her, and this is the basilica, right? Was this her in the glass case that you were talking
That's
about?
down. That's down in the cova. That's where the
Oh, in the
cova
close.
is.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. If everybody could see this, that's the picture that you sent me.
So that statue, folks who are watching this, that statue is in the exact location where she appeared, and the pillar that she's standing on is the tree that she was standing on. We're talking about the exact precise location where she appeared to the children.
That's
Go ahead.
incredible.
Tell me what other pictures you got, and I'll tell you what you're seeing.
Well, you sent me the other one of the basilica itself,
Yeah.
the one
And
that you sent
inside,
with the cross on the top glowing. That's beautiful.
yeah, that's the basilica. And there's actually underneath that cross is a crown.
I can't see it; it's
There's
too far.
Yeah, I'm so far away from it. There's a crown underneath that cross. What we're going to do is, as we get closer to the end, I'm going to walk closer so people can see these things. I'll walk as close as I can, but then people need to understand that I need to shut up when that happens. Yeah. All right. What other pictures did you get?
That's all I have right now. I don't know. Remember what else you showed me? I mean, you sent me that one,
So
and
also along this trail that the kids walked are all three of the locations of all three of the appearances of the angels. And one of them was at a well in Jacinta Lucia's backyard.
that's the
That was
one.
the second. That was the second appearance of the angels, and the first and third were at this other location. Now, there was one time, if you're familiar with the story of Fatima, there was one time where the authorities prevented the children from being able to make it to the cova to see the apparition. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
And she appeared to them in an alternate location. Well, that alternate location I also sent on the
I'm
blog. That
yeah. I'm uploading this now.
okay.
All right. Let me see. I'll tell you what I have. Hold on a minute. Uh, Let me go back to here. Give me a second. All right, I got that one and this one.
All right. Well, she's uploading those. I'm going to take just a minute. You can keep talking, but I can't. I'm going to take just a few minutes just to walk down so you can see it's the people starting to fill in at the cova, and then I'll walk back. Okay.
All right, hold on. I got it. I got it up. This is the one that it looks is this where the angel appeared to them with
Okay.
this
What do you?
bricks? It's like bricks or something. It's like rocks
Yeah.
under a tree.
I'm not sure whether you're looking at the one where the angel appeared to them or the one where Mary appeared to them. You're seeing a well in the front,
Uh
like a basin, like
yeah,
a
yeah,
rock
yeah.
basin.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the second appearance of the angel, and that's actually in the backyard of Lucia's house
Oh yeah, I see it.
where that
Actual
occurred.
location of the Angel of Orchard. All right, and then the other one is the one with you standing with the. I don't know who is that. Is that a tour director in front of that?
That's okay. That's me standing with the priest, the spiritual director,
Yeah.
Father Carlos. Now,
Okay.
what's what's neat about that picture? You see us standing like with a there's like a blue background behind us.
Yeah.
That's at Santa Rim, where we
Oh wow.
saw Eucharistic miracle. We actually saw the bleeding host. Okay. And you know, Carlo Acutis was famous for cataloging Eucharistic miracles. He had a website for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he actually visited Santarem and they took his picture in front of so now you're seeing my picture where his picture is. So I want you to do a so do a real quick Google search of images of Jacinta, Francisco, and Lucia. Just look for images and
I
see which
have
one comes.
you sent me a picture. I'm uploading it right
Okay.
now. Hold on a minute. Let me upload
Okay.
this right now. I have that, and I have the one of you at the house at their house.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Let
you've
me
got
do the one
you
let me do the one with them first. I'll put it up on the screen. All right, it's up on the
okay.
screen with the three of them, with the kids.
Okay. So then my picture is taken at the exact same wall, exact same location.
All right. Now, this is
And
his
but
picture. That's cool. So that's the same
and you're
spot that they were standing in. You're standing in the same spot they were in.
exact same spot. And your rosary was touched to that spot.
Oh, that's awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So at Santarem, we saw the bleeding host. And then, so now you can hear the bells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I just want to take a minute to
All right,
walk
go
down
ahead.
here. And you're going to see people are starting to file in. Candles are starting to light, and it'll just build and build and build. I'm going to be quiet until I back out.
Okay, go ahead. So I can talk though, right? You have your headset on?
Yes.
Okay. So the people are going to be gathering here to do the rosary. And anybody that just joined us that's watching this, this is John Benko is in Fatima right now, and he's at the Basilica, and he's walking up there to see the bells are ringing. They're going to be starting the rosary soon. There's a lot of people there. It's dark. It's late over there right now, so you can't see much because it's dark, but you can see everything lit up. And he's just walking up there. He's not going to be able to talk, so he's walking up there just to get a closer look to show the audience, and then he's going to walk back, and then he'll say a couple of things. I could see all the people gathering.
Did you?
So as you can see, Lisa, people are just pouring in now. They're just pouring in,
Yeah, I can
and
see it.
this whole area will fill up. And on October 13th, literally this entire, and I can't even tell you how massive this parking lot is. This entire parking lot will fill up with people. And
Yes. Too bad it wasn't a little bit lighter out, so we could see better. But
well, I sent you a picture um, of the. Oh, I sent a video. Did you see the video that I sent you earlier?
I'm
That'd be
looking.
wonderful. It'd be wonderful if you could play that video because that was from the daytime of the image of the cova, and
I'm
I
look,
did it with two cameras, one facing forward and one facing backwards. So you actually got the vantage point of the cova and what the sun looked like from the cova.
I'm looking for it. That's the video. Was that the one? Well, that's the basilica you sent me, right? There's people standing around. That's one video that I have. No, this is at night. This isn't with the sun. This is at night. You sent this.
Yeah, I sent you one. It's linked to in an article.
Oh, I think I see this. Is that the fourth one, third one you sent? You sent me so
Yeah,
much stuff.
yeah, I know. It's been incredible.
uh, Day 4.
Yeah,
No. Update on Fatima. I'm on the website looking at it. I mean,
yeah.
anybody could do that too. If anybody wants to follow John's journey, you can go on 4persons.com and you'll be able to follow everything
Well,
he's been posting, right?
well, go on the fourpersons.net. It'll be more
.net.
direct.
I'm sorry. .net.
Yeah, it just take you directly to the blog. And I posted a picture that I actually walked down to the cova. So, you're standing in the cova, which is basically on the west side of this complex. And so let me set the scene. The children are facing west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're facing west. The crowd is behind them in this massive parking lot that I'm standing in now. And all of a sudden, Lucia screams out, "Look at the sun! Look at the sun! Look at the sun!" And everybody turns around. So they're here. They turn around and look up here, and all of a sudden, the sun is dancing in the sky. And I sent you a picture of the sun in the sky, and I sent you a video of the sun in the sky at about the time that happened. And the sun began spinning in the sky, shooting off shafts of colored light, and it looked like it was going to plunge to the earth. It's the most spectacular miracle of
I
the
know. I
last
remember
2,000
that.
years.
That was in the movie too. The movie Fatima.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they replayed it. That was incredible. That when that happened, that to
yeah,
be able to see all those people that were there that saw that, that must have
yeah,
been unbelievable. I
yeah,
can't find this, John. I'm looking all over. I can't find it. Everything I have here is at nighttime. Um,
yeah. It's definitely in there in the articles. And that's all right. You gave people the address; people can go see it. But the essence of it is it's there's no way to describe how overwhelming this place is, Lisa. It's beyond anything that the number of people that come here. And I've heard a lot of people ask the question, why hasn't God destroyed everything so far? Why hasn't God destroyed the world? Well,
mhm.
this is why. This is why. The thousands of people at uh, Fatima and Lourdes and places like that who are crying out for God's mercy, they're holding the world up. They really are. This is probably, I don't think it's any exaggeration to say that this is probably the most consequential city on planet Earth in terms of the consequence of the messages, the urgency of the time that we live in. And let's face it, Fatima and Lourdes and places like that were Our Lady's last warning to mankind to get our stuff together,
Mm-hmm.
or it's not going to go well for us. And anyone that can claim to look at the world we live in now and say that things are not very, very wrong with the way things are going. And as you can see, I hope you can see that just more and more people filing in, just massive amounts of people filing in.
Yeah. Real quick, I just wanted somebody has a question. Michelle.
Uh huh.
She's watches the podcast all the time. She's a Carmelite.
Hmm.
While you've been there, have you witnessed any healings or miracles?
I have not. I have not,
Not yet.
except for the healing and the miracle that's taken place in my own soul, which is equal to anything else that. First of all, without going too much into my history, it's a miracle that I'm here. When the low point that I reached in my life and how desperate and bad things were going for me to be in a place like this in 2025 is a miracle in itself. Um, but um, honestly, going into this, I thought that if I did witness something like that, like a miraculous healing, that would probably be more likely to happen at Lourdes than
Yeah.
Fatima, because Lourdes is the place more known for that. Um, Fatima is known for the urgent call to mankind. But I appreciate the question.
I can't wait till you go to Lourdes.
Uh,
I am looking forward to that. I'm sure everybody else is too.
so
Um,
it's 9:27 here tonight. Uh, it's 4:27 where you're at. It's 9:27 here. We're leaving tomorrow morning after breakfast, and we're going to Salamanca, Avila, Albe de Tormes, Burgos, Loyola, and then Lourdes. So we'll get to Lourdes. We'll be arriving at Lourdes probably Sunday night. And then me and you are doing our show. I'll be in Lourdes for 3 nights. We're doing our show on Monday.
mhm.
Um, but that's the other thing is I went to mass in the chapel here inside the basilica. I mean, uh, I went to mass at Santa Rem yesterday. So I went to mass at a place where a Eucharistic miracle occurred. I mean, how do you? I don't know how you. The first night, so I've gone to mass 3 times since I've been here. First night I went to mass at the birthplace of Saint Anthony of Padua, one of the greatest saints of all time.
That's my mother's
Second
favorite
night,
saint. Saint
yeah,
Anthony.
right. Second night I go to second day I go to mass at a place of one of the most famous Eucharistic miracles in the history of the Catholic Church, a Eucharistic miracle that happened almost 800 years ago. And then the third night I go to mass at the Basilica of Fatima. I mean, and then did the way of the cross on the path that these 3 living saints walked on, went in their homes. I mean, it's just been extraordinary grace after extraordinary grace. Took part in the procession. The spiritual impact that this has had on me is more than I was really prepared for. I thought it was going to be incredible. I will say this: it's been a pilgrimage. Okay, this hasn't been a vacation. It hasn't been a leisure trip. Okay, yesterday was literally 6 o'clock in the morning until like 11 o'clock at night. Um,
Wow.
and the first day and night was really rough because I had a 7 hour flight, which I slept about 3 hours. And then after the 7 hour flight, it took me almost 3 hours to get through customs and baggage claim. And so that's a long time without sleep. Okay, because the plane left at night. So I was all day long, I was awake. I got up early in the morning, all day long awake, all night long awake, and then another 4 hours on top of that. And then once we got here, it was marathon tour around Lisbon, and we didn't stop till like, then we didn't stop till like late at night that first night. So it was like literally like 36 hours with like a half an hour sleep or something like that. It was insane. And
Um, can we listen to that a little bit? What are they doing? Singing?
let me walk down closer. Caros peregrinos, amigos portugueses, sejam bem-vindos a este lugar conosco, onde a Rainha da Paz nos convida a seguir Cristo no mundo. Com Maria, meditamos os mistérios luminosos da vida do Senhor e aprendemos a crescer na fé do nosso Padre. Hoje, depois de cruzar, sob o olhar de Maria, a mulher eucarística, faremos a procissão com o Santíssimo Sacramento. O Senhor esteja convosco. Nesta Assembleia estão presentes os seguintes grupos: um grupo da Austrália, um do Brasil, dois da Coreia do Sul, um da Croácia, um da Eslováquia, um da Espanha, 8 dos Estados Unidos, um das Filipinas, um da Indonésia, 4 da Itália, um do México, 13 da Polónia e um do Vietnã. Saudamos os peregrinos e algumas dicas. Dear English-speaking pilgrims, welcome to this place of light where the Queen of Peace invites us to follow Christ, light of the world. With Mary, we meditate the luminous mysteries of this life, of the life of the Lord, and we learn to grow in the face of our prayer. Today, after the Rosary, under the grace of Mary, the Eucharistic woman, we will do the procession with the most holy sacrament. The Lord be with you. Cari pellegrini di lingua italiana, siate benvenuti in questo luogo di luce, dove la Regina della Pace ci invita a seguire Cristo, luce del mondo. Con Maria meditiamo i misteri luminosi della vita del Signore e impariamo a crescere nella fede del nostro battesimo. Oggi, dopo il rosario, sotto lo sguardo di Maria, donna eucaristica, svolgeremo insieme la processione con il Santissimo Sacramento. Il Signore sia con voi. Queridos peregrinos de lengua española, sed bienvenidos a este lugar de luz, donde la Reina de la Paz nos invita a seguir a Cristo, luz del mundo. Con María meditamos los misterios luminosos de la vida del Señor y aprendemos a crecer en la fe de nuestro bautismo. Hoy, después del rosario, bajo la mirada de María, la mujer eucarística, haremos la procesión con el Santísimo Sacramento. El Señor esté con vosotros. Paz. Caros peregrinos, vamos agora acender as nossas velas no Círio Pascal. Na Páscoa de Cristo, fomos iluminados com a graça da fé e renascemos para a vida nova de filhos amados de Deus. Também neste lugar, a Senhora mais brilhante que o sol envolveu com essa mesma luz pascal os testemunhos e permitiu-lhes sentirem-se em Deus. Ao acendermos agora as nossas velas, agradeçamos ao Senhor o dom do batismo que recebemos. Deixemos-nos envolver de novo por essa luz e comprometamos-nos a transmiti-la a todos os que encontrarmos. So you can see this in the last few minutes, the massive amount of people that are pouring in here.
Yeah.
And they'll all start. They're they're just starting on the rosary. They'll all be singing. You'll be able to hear their voices carry like angels. And and like I said, it's just I mean it's 29:37 now. They've just started, and I mean you can look in the back. Look at all the candles lighting up, and it's and every direction you see there are people just pouring in here. So by by 10 p.m. this it's just it's just a sea of humanity. As a matter of fact, um, honestly, last night it was by this time it was probably twice this size, and I'd say that's probably because last night you had the procession.
Mm-hmm.
This night, tonight there's a Eucharistic procession, but I understand it's later. It's like 10 p.m. for the Eucharistic procession. So the procession of Mary had already started by this time last night. So as we get closer to that Eucharistic procession, I know you can't stay on that long, but I'm just trying to illustrate to you this whole area will fill up with people.
And so you are leaving tonight. You're leaving Fatima tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow morning we're leaving Fatima and we're heading to Spain. And the first place we go in Spain is see the people raising the candles up. See that?
Yeah, that's
That
awesome.
isn't that beautiful?
So then people, I'm sure you're going to be updating from all these sites you'll be at. I'm sure
Oh
you'll be
yes,
posting. So, just everybody that's watching this and wants to continue John's journey, just go on the fourpersons.net and then he's going to be posting everything to the articles, the links and everything that you'll be able
yeah,
to
and
follow his journey.
lots of videos and
Yeah.
pictures that we're posting. Yeah, I'm trying to share this experience with the four persons audience. This
Hmm.
is not something I want to keep to myself. I want everybody else
You know what
to
you could do,
to,
John? When you get to Lourdes on Monday or Sunday night, Monday, send me a bunch of stuff that you want me to show because I'll upload them. Send me pictures from Lourdes. I'll upload them before the show, and that way, as we're talking, I could show the pictures. Of what we're going to see because it's going to be dark there again. In fact, it's going to be later, right? It's going to be 10 o'clock.
yeah, so it's the same time from your perspective, but it's an hour later
Yeah.
for mine because I'm going in another hour east.
So while
Uh,
you're walking around at Lourdes, I'll be able to show pictures because you're going to be there during the daytime.
at Lord's,
Yeah.
we'll be arriving in the evening. In fact,
Oh, really?
I think we're scheduled for 6 p.m. mass on Sunday night in Lord's. So that would be like 1 o'clock your time
Yeah.
on Sunday
Well,
night.
well,
So
you could take a bunch of pictures and just send them to me, and I'll upload them. And then
yeah,
at 4, when we go live again at 4, we can do that. I'll post the pictures and everything like that. But this
yeah,
this is incredible. I actually feel like I'm there. It's
yeah.
just because if you believe and you know the experience, what they went through, it's like you actually could like transport yourself right through the camera. So
Lisa, when I was walking along those stone walkways through these woods of just little trees and of various kinds and wooded area, it reminded me of like when I was a kid. I mean, because that's what we would do. We would go for for walks,
yeah.
for hours,
Hmm.
and it's just I could just imagine these little kids and their lives were completely turned upside down, and then also imagine the faith of the family because Jacinta and Francisco were siblings. Okay, they were brother and sister. Okay, and let me tell you, the audience, something about Jacinta and Francisco. Jacinta and Francisco Marta are the two youngest canonized saints in the history of the Catholic Church. They're number one and number two.
Yep.
Okay, so think about the faith of that family to lose two children that young. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was they were connected with the largest public miracle, of centuries, and yet it's still a traumatic thing to suffer the loss of a child. That's a very, very, very painful and difficult thing. So the faith of the family must have been tremendous. But I just have a new identification, and I have it's about a 2.5 hour bus ride to Salamanca, and I have a small book about Jacinta that I packed. So I'm going to try and read that on that trip. Of course, there's a lot of books that haven't had a lot of reading time, but now I'm going to start. We've got some long trips coming up, so now I'm going to have more reading time to get caught up on a lot of books that I want to get caught up on. Um, it's there's 34 more than 34 hours of bus time on this trip, and
Wow.
most of that is yet to come. I haven't been in a bus for very long yet, but that's about to change. It was about an hour and a half from Lisbon to Santa Rem, and about another hour and a half to Fatima. But since I've gotten to Fatima, we've had little 10-minute bus jaunts here and there, but nothing, consequential. I believe the ride to Santa Rem tomorrow is 2.5 hours, and then there's several trips that are even longer than that. So the October 5th, ironically enough, the day that you got your 2-year anniversary,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend like 5 hours on the road that day, going around to different places, to Normandy and Lisieux and Mont Saint Michel, and yeah, take Lisa's advice. Follow the fullpersons.net, because this trip is unbelievable. And the only hang up on this trip, possible hang up, is that the French air traffic controllers are threatening to go on strike at precisely the time I need to fly back home to America.
That's
So
great.
I hope they get that resolved. That would be a bad situation.
Well, you better pray to her for a miracle.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen
So,
so you can get home.
so I want to show you one more thing that's just, see this long stretch of pathway here. These people, God love them. Um, there are people that start all the way at the top where the new basilica is, and it's like I said, it's several hundred yards, and these people literally walk on their knees all the way down. We'll
Wow.
zoom in so you can see some of them.
They walk on their knees. Is that grass?
No, stone.
Wow. Oh, I see it. Wow, look at that.
They're better people than I am. I got two bad knees. If I tried
So
that,
do
I would.
I. I'm looking
I,
at that in pain just watching that.
I would never be able to get back on my feet again if I even tried to do that. And another one of the sites that I'm going to, Rockin, apparently they do the same thing. There's 250 steps up to the cathedral, and people walk up their knees up the steps. God
Wow.
love them. They have more strength than I do. I know better than even try this. I got two bad knees, had multiple surgeries. Like I said, I'd get about 5 steps, and I'd never be able to use my knees again. They would be destroyed. So do you have any more? So you want me to zoom down one more time so you can see the crowd? Because it's
Yes.
really starting to fill in now.
Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask him? I'll let you know if anybody has any questions, all right? But yeah, you can do that. You can walk down again if you want.
A los 3 días había una boda en Caná de Galilea y la madre de Jesús estaba allí. Jesús y sus discípulos estaban también invitados a la boda. Faltó el vino Y la madre de Jesús le dice, no tienes vino. Jesús le dice, mujer, ¿qué tengo yo que ver contigo? Todavía no ha llegado mi hora. Su madre dice a los sirvientes, haced lo que él os diga. Este fue el primero de los signos que Jesús realizó en Caná de Galilea. Así manifestó su gloria y sus discípulos creyeron en él.
Sua mãe disse aos servidores: fazei o que ele vos disser. Maria acreditou que lhe foi dito da parte do Senhor. Acreditou e obedeceu com amor e prontidão à vontade de Deus. Virgem Mãe, ajudai-nos a fazer sempre tudo quanto Jesus nos disser, para sermos seus verdadeiros discípulos.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo.
Pão nosso de cada dia. Pai,
Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres, y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre, Jesús.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Lisa, is I'm going to start walking back to the hotel and just take our viewers with me. What do you say?
All right. Yeah, by the time you get there, we'll be almost over.
Yeah. So, what do you think? It's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what anybody else felt, but I felt like I was there. It's,
Yeah.
I love listening to them speaking in Portuguese, and
Yeah.
I understand some of it because it's Spanish. So
I was hoping you were going to be able to hear some of the singing, but
yeah, that would have been
they didn't.
beautiful.
Yeah, they were doing that last night, and like I said, well, they were singing last night. Yeah, here I am in the entourage. I'm in a white robe in the entourage, and for part of that, I'm actually helping to carry Our Lady. It's just,
Well, you know me, I would have been singing with them.
yeah.
That would have been beautiful. Yeah, that's great.
So
I'm glad that we did this. This is great. I love those crosses that are lit up like that.
those are all candles.
Are
Those
they?
are all people with candles. Yeah.
No, that big. What are they? Crosses? Those big things?
Oh, they're just they're just big lights.
Oh, it looks from
Yeah.
here. It looks like a cross. Oh, all right. Now I see street lights. Okay, I didn't have
Yeah.
my glasses on.
Uh,
Looked like a big cross to me.
yeah. So um, and so far I will tell you they spared no expense. The hotels on this trip are all 5-star hotels. So I can see why the trip was so expensive. But
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, you waited. It was worth the wait, I guess.
it's a really interesting country. I mean, you see the cobblestone roads. So you have a lot of this really quaint, old-fashioned architecture and people that seem like they're removed from this date and time. And then you see flashes of modernism among it. It's like 1800 or it's like 1200 meets 2025. It's the
Yeah,
most
everything's
incredible
updated.
thing. Yeah, the two cultures you live side by side.
Hmm.
It's so walking back to the hotel, so you'll see how absolutely close we are. So folks, if you ever come to Fatima, stay at this hotel. I mean,
Wow.
it's the Hotel Santa Maria, which is, obviously means St. Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And so we walk down here, and
I love those streets.
yeah, and like I said, you see this, and then but you also see modern shopping malls that look like something out of Northern Virginia. I mean, it's the most incredible thing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure all of that stuff wasn't all of that stuff wasn't there years ago when this
This is
happened.
the other thing. This is the other thing here. You see row after row after row of souvenir shops. You see
Oh, I
them?
can't even imagine that.
Just
Yeah.
rosaries and statues and every kind of souvenir that you can imagine. And then you walk around the corner, and there's my hotel, Hotel Santa Maria, right there.
Wow.
So
That is
yeah,
close.
yeah. So I can't wait for Lords.
Oh, me neither.
And
I'm sure everybody else can't wait for that either that's watching this.
well, well, I told the tour director, I said, "You've got a problem now," because he saw how emotionally moved I was by all this, and how emotionally blown away I was by all this experience. And I said, "You got a problem now. You got to top this." I said, "You got 15 days to figure out how to top this." And he said, "Don't worry." So this is our hotel, and thank you for doing this, Lisa. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you for doing this, John. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm sure the viewers did also. And we'll be back here on Monday night at 4 o'clock in Lords.
Yeah, but all of the other places I'm going to Avila, I'm going to Loyola, I'm going to Burgos, I'm going to Navarre, I'm going to see the incorrupt body of Saint Bernadette. I'm going to see the incorrupt body of Saint Catherine Labouré. I'm going to Rocamadour. I'm going to Toulouse. And I'm going to be posting about all of these places and the experiences. And one of the things that I was told tonight, now I'll be honest with you, I'd never heard about Burgos until this tour. Never heard of it. Here's the sign for Hotel Santa Maria.
Hmm.
But I had never heard about Burgos. But the priest, Father Carlos, told me that the cathedral is mind-bogglingly beautiful. He
I
said
want
you just
pictures.
can't. What's that?
I want pictures. Make sure you send a
Yeah,
lot of pictures because I'm going to be uploading stuff.
yeah.
Um,
He said you just can't. He said you want to just stay there and just take in how magnificent it is and beyond imagination. So I think there's going to be a lot of surprises on this trip, and
right.
it's only begun. This is just day 4, just wrapping up day 4 of
And
17 days.
and who knows, you might wind up experiencing some kind of miracle or something that you see there. If
Yeah.
not your own miracle, your
Well,
spiritual miracle.
the graces that I've already received from this. Um, Lisa, you know me. You know what I go through, just like I know what you go through. And we all have our ups and downs. And I have days when I feel like I'm somewhat doing okay, and I have days when I can't get out of bed. And all of
Yep.
us have experienced that. But this has been a real um, feel a sense that things are going to be okay. That God is working in my life, and as bad as things can get, and trust me, we know, Lisa, we know people who've been through unimaginable things, unimaginably horrible things. I mean, and and I've a lot of this apostolate has been geared towards trying to make sense of that, trying to
Hmm.
make sense out of why people suffer so much. And all I can say is you can't get through that under your own strength. It takes grace, and the graces that I've received so far have been life changing. And I can see this as a pilgrimage in every sense of the word, because they make you work for it. It's not a pleasure cruise. They make you work for it. They make you do the work, the spiritual work, and and it's paying off in a big way. And I look forward to keep continuing to bring everybody on this journey.
I'm really glad that you went, and I'll be praying for you out there, and just pray for all of us at the sites that you go to,
Yeah.
and I'm really
So
looking
that's
forward to
that
Monday.
statue that statue that you were talking about, that you told the audience about.
Yeah,
I was literally like 15 feet from it, praying the rosary earlier.
that's awesome.
For Yeah, and these places are places that Our Lady chose to appear. So
Hmm.
for whatever reason, these are places that are special to her. So petitions that are made in these places are special to her. And just want everybody to hold that in their hearts and have a blessed night. And tomorrow I'll be updating from Salamanca as soon as I get there.
Yeah, everybody, if you'd like to follow, like I said, you want to continue his journey, go on the fourpersons.net, and you could see what he's posting at the other places. And then at 4 o'clock, come back here at 4 o'clock on Monday, and we'll be in Lourdes, and we'll see what we can do there. I think it's going to be an unbelievable experience with Lourdes.
Yeah, from what I've heard, from everything that I've heard, Fatima is incredible, but Lourdes is even more so. That's
Yeah.
what I've heard.
Hmm.
But I told him what I've experienced here at Fatima is going to be tough to beat. That's going to be tough to
Well,
top.
hopefully you'll be able to get closer to a lot of things at Lourdes. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens. Yeah.
yeah. A lot of it has to do, I think, with the time frames and the layout of the place. From what I understand, the complex at Lourdes is much more massive. It's much bigger, which is another thing that's hard for me to imagine, because the complex here is gargantuan. I can't imagine anything bigger. But that's what I hear, and that's what we're going to find out in 4 days. In
Yeah.
4 days, I will, and I'm not only, when we do the show at Lourdes, I'll be able to talk about what 4 days in Spain was like, because I will have gone through Spain for 4 days.
Yeah,
Uh,
everybody's going to look forward to that.
yep. All right. God bless you, Lisa. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Have a good night. I'll talk to you on Monday.
All
God
right.
bless.
Bye bye.
Hi, guys. Thanks for sticking around. I really hope you enjoyed that and you were blessed by that experience. I know I was. And don't forget to come back here Monday at 4 o'clock, and he will be in Lourdes, and he will go over his trip for the next 4 days and the other places that he's been to. And I am really looking forward to the Lourdes on Monday. 4 p.m. right here, the same time as this one, and I will see you guys then. Don't forget also that my 2-year anniversary special is next Sunday, the 5th of October. That's going to be at 4 p.m. on Sunday. It's going to be a 2 to 3 hour show, depending on how fast we move along. But I got over 20 artists that are going to be coming back, artists, authors, podcast hosts. I got everybody that's going to be coming back on, and they are going to talk about their new song or their new book, or whatever, and they're going to just give an update real quick. Nobody's going to be longer than like 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm also going to debut my new song, Jesus Infinite Love. I'm going to debut that. I'm going to play the MP3 of that when the show first starts, so you guys can hear that haven't heard that new song yet. So first, come back on Monday at 4 p.m. for Lourdes, and then we'll discuss the next show after that. By the way, I am so blessed that I am booked up the whole month of November, October, and even into December. So if you want to be on my show, please contact me as soon as possible, because I'm booking into December now. So it has been a blessing to be able to bring this show to you. It's been a blessing to be on the Four Persons Apostolate. And I want to wish you guys an unbelievable, have a great, blessed weekend. And I will see you right back here on Monday. God bless.